morning and welcome to Derwent Valley. We really love that we can be together on these Sundays. How's your week been? Anything interesting or new? Now we've got a little bit more leeway, but it's been a good week and we have thoroughly enjoyed those of you that have been kind enough to do little thoughts for the days, whatever it's called. Honestly, they've been so good and so inspiring and so authentic. So let's keep them coming because we found them incredibly helpful, as have others. So
helps us really connect. Really enjoyed those. Love the playlist that Lydia gets sent out, and I particularly have enjoyed Thursday morning Bible discussion. For those of you who joined us, it's been great. Your insight, wisdom, perspective.
It's hilarious because in the morning he gets up and he gets this little bowl of cereal in his coffee and he scuttles over to his shed, and I can hear different conversations as they're looking at different. I think it was Luke, wasn't it?
Luke,
and actually I felt inspired just by listening and hearing and seeing you so upbeat about.
And it's just men and women now, and I'll start an evening one soon. So if you're interested,
but anyway,
get involved.
If you fancy that, it's just going a bit more
but today,
deeper into the Bible. Anyway, yes.
James and Laura doing the talk, really interesting. They're such a breath of fresh air. Love the way they love God, but also they're very authentic, real, down to earth. And I find them very inspiring. Yeah,
and what's great, James and Laura, we class as some of our dearest friends, and they're just such fun to be with. There's no pretense. They're real, they're authentic, honest. So I think I know we're in for quite a treat this morning.
It is a treat.
I would suggest you get your coffee. Get your coffee, get comfortable. That's what's great with this. You can press pause if you need to at any time. Get your feet up or not, or stand around, whatever. We're going to worship God. We're going to enjoy just this community time together. So let's pray.
Let's enjoy his presence and one another. Let me pray. Jesus, thank you that we can gather online, but we welcome your presence and ask that you would speak to each one of us. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Enjoy. See you later.
I was buried beneath my shame. You could carry that pain away. It was my tomb till I met you. I was breathing but not alive. All my failures I tried to hide. It was my tomb till I met you. You call my name and I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness into your glorious day. You call my name and I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness into your glorious day. Now your mercy has saved my soul. Now your freedom is all I know. The old made new. Jesus, when I met you, you called my name and I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness into your glorious day. You called my name and I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness into your glorious day, out of the darkness to your glorious day.
Hi guys,
Hi guys, I'm Martin.
I'm Cicely.
Trixie's somewhere around. Sure, she'll probably pop her head in during the announcements. Here she is. Brilliant. So, just do the announcements, guys. First of all, we're going to start with men's banter on Tuesday morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. It's brilliant. I've only been to one. I would attend more, but this one's sleeping pattern's got other ideas. But it is really brilliant. Encourage any blokes to, get involved in that.
We've got Bible discussion, which is on a Thursday at 8 p.m, and everyone can just kind of, give their own views and opinions and just have a really good chat and just get to mix with other people outside of their own household, which is great.
Don't forget your live groups, guys. They're a brilliant way to stay in touch, especially this sort of climate we're in at the moment. They're brilliant. If anyone wants to know any more about them or wants to join one or who's got one, feel free to contact the church. They'll give you all the information on that. But they are a really great thing to have. We're part of one ourselves. We really encourage everyone else to, look into that if that's something you want to do.
Yeah, and we have prayer gathering, which is going to be on the 25th of May at 8 p.m, and I think that's going to be on Zoom. That was in an email from Tom, if everyone received that, but if you didn't, then feel free to get in touch with Tom or any of us really, and we'll be able to point you in the right direction. But I think that's going to be really, really good for us all.
Also, guys, your Zoom phone calls after this service, I really encourage them, chat with people about the service, like we would at church after the service. We'll all mingle, talk, we really miss that. We miss you guys. I bet everyone's missing ourselves, but, we can do this. And the Zoom phone calls is like just that little bit of taste of church that we're used to. So we really encourage everyone to get into one of them after this service. But we do hope you're staying safe, we miss you guys. Trixie misses the other kids. We'll get through it together, guys, Bye.
Bye!
Bye.
Hi everyone, my name's Laura.
I'm James.
And we have been part of Derwent Valley Vineyard now since it began, really. And we live in Beeston, and obviously we are in lockdown right now, 7 or 8 weeks in. I'm still working. I'm working from home, which is nice. A bit of normality and a bit of routine, Monday to Friday.
I'm currently working 2 days a week, but otherwise I've been furloughed. That's why Laura's looking like she wants to hurt me.
No, I just would like it if you got further down my list of DIY.
Not going to happen.
Well,
let's press on.
You did this today, though. That was good.
I did all that artwork. You are correct.
Not quite. Anyway, we have just got a few minutes with you today to tell you what's on our mind. And this week just gone, so from Monday to today, has been Mental Health Awareness Week. Mental Health Awareness Week happens every year, and I guess it's all about putting a spotlight on thinking about our own mental health, the mental health of those around us. And I guess to start that, the question would be, how are you?
Yep. So the campaign theme for Mental Health Awareness Week this year is all about kindness, and there's loads of great resources on mentalhealth.org.uk, and on there's a bit of spoken word which Laura's going to read out now.
At times like these, when the world feels upside down, kindness can be the key to turning things around. You see, kindness has the power to create community, support and hope. And a helping hand says you're not alone when you face that upward slope. Of course, being kind is always the right thing to do. But did you know that doing good is also good for you? You see, a little act of kindness can boost your mental health. It can lower stress and cheer your mood to think of someone else. And of course, don't forget to be kind to yourself. It doesn't have to take a lot, because even the smallest spark can be the thing to light the way when the world feels dark. So make that call, share that gift, send someone a happy post. And this Mental Health Awareness Week, remember, kindness matters most. I love that. Think about kindness. I think there's so much kindness going on right now, which is absolutely brilliant. I wonder how many of you have received something in the post by surprise, or how many of you have communicated electronically via Zoom or FaceTime with someone more than you probably ever saw them before lockdown. I think you've had that situation quite a lot.
Yeah, definitely. I've managed to catch up with some mates who I never usually speak to. And they're some of my oldest mates, but I actually see them every week now on Zoom. And then, yeah, like you say, kindness is being spread a lot at the moment, which is great. We've got one of our friends, Will, he's set up something called 100 Bakes, and he's encouraged like loads of people around the UK, well, I guess around whoever wants to join in, to bake 100 things for their community. And it's just little things like that which are great to spread a bit of kindness and love around the world at the moment.
I had one, sorry, just to tell you. So last Sunday, when they announced that lockdown was staying as is, as such for now, other than being able to exercise a bit more and work if you're in certain industries, a lot of my friends were feeling really down about it. And some of my friends don't even leave the house in the day. One of my friends is currently pregnant, so she's really quite afraid of leaving the house right now. So what we decided between three of us was to send each other a gift that week. So you would send 2 gifts and receive 2 gifts. And it was lovely because you had no idea what we were expecting. I sent them like a huge box of Malteser truffles that I absolutely love, and a little coaster with a rainbow on that said, "You've got this." And then I've received back some encouragement cards, some sweets that are like personalised, which are really nice. And we've also got one more thing to come. So it's really nice. I've got like the excitement of something coming in the post. And it's exactly what it said in that little spoken word, that obviously having people be kind to you feels amazing, but in doing good to others, it also does good to yourself because you feel good in return almost.
Yeah. So on that, we wanted to share a Bible verse about kindness, and it's Luke 19, verses 1 to 10. Jesus entered Jericho and was passing through, and a man was there by the name of Zacchaeus. He was a chief tax collector and was wealthy. He wanted to see who Jesus was, but because he was short, he could not see over the crowd. So he ran ahead and climbed a sycamore fig tree to see him, since Jesus was coming that way. When Jesus reached the spot, he looked up and said to him, "Zacchaeus, come down immediately. I must stay at your house today." So he came down at once and welcomed him gladly. All the people saw this and began to mutter, "He has gone to be with a guest of a sinner." But Zacchaeus stood up and said to the Lord, "Look, Lord, here and now I give half of my possessions to the poor, and if I have cheated anybody out of anything, I will pay back 4 times the amount." Jesus said to him, "Today salvation has come to this house, because this man too is a son of Abraham. For the Son of Man came to seek and to save the lost." So I think that speaks kindness for me, really, because Zacchaeus was a guy who wasn't very well liked in his community, being a tax collector. And while many people would mutter that he was a sinner, Jesus decided to show him kindness and spend time with him. And that enabled Zacchaeus to rethink his value to his community. And obviously he changed his ways and started giving half his possessions to the poor, and repaid people he'd cheated out of things. So it's a great story of kindness there.
I think also something it shows is that Jesus was kind to everyone. He wasn't just kind to those in his friendship circle, the disciples. He wasn't just kind to his family or people that he particularly liked. He was kind to everyone, no matter who they were, what background, where they lived, what colour their skin was, what gender they were. And that's perhaps the biggest challenge I think of all of this is it's really quite easy to show kindness to people, especially at the moment, who we love and who we can't wait to see as soon as this is all over, because it feels easy and it feels good in return. And I think what's hardest is to show kindness to people who perhaps we don't love quite so much, or who we have to push ourselves a bit further when we're trying to be kind to them. So I think something in particular at the moment is like, how can we be kind to our neighbours, even if we've perhaps never got on with our neighbours, perhaps we don't know our neighbours, perhaps your neighbours are having groups of people in their garden and that's annoying. Whatever it is, whether you love them or don't love them, how can you show kindness to them, especially right now? And if you do, even though it perhaps doesn't feel as comfortable initially, you can know that you've been like Jesus and that you've been kind to them through God, I guess.
Yeah, that's a great challenge for the week.
Yeah, so I think our takeaways from this were, number one, how can you show kindness to yourself this week? How are you? How are you feeling? What's on your mind? How's your mental health right now? So definitely, if there's something you can do this week, whether it's literally just having 5 minutes alone without children or family members or pets as a distraction, if there's something you can do or something that you've really been wanting to do throughout lockdown that you perhaps haven't had the chance to do yet, maybe that's 100 laps around the garden. I know some people have been doing that, crazy people. I mean, our garden's not that big, so maybe it wouldn't be that hard.
Wouldn't take us that long, no.
Yeah, 100 laps around the garden, or listening to a podcast that you really wanted to listen to, or just sitting in silence for 3 minutes, breathing in and out and talking to God and processing how you're feeling right now and how your week's been, especially this week, Mental Health Awareness Week. So that's number one. How can you be kind to yourself this week? Number two, how can you be kind to others? Are there people that you're friends with, that you love, that you've been meaning to get in touch with since the start of lockdown, or that you keep, they keep coming up in your mind like, oh, I must send so-and-so something to let them know I'm thinking about them, or I must drop them a message or arrange to FaceTime with them? How can you show one act of kindness this week to someone who you love to let them know that you're thinking about them? And then number three would be, how can you, this sounds like a lot, I'm not putting a lot on you people, like don't feel any pressures or anything. Well, feel the pressure to do number one, how can you be kind to yourself this week? That is very important. But number three is, how can you do something that shows kindness? So, a random act of kindness that feels uncomfortable. Perhaps it's something for a stranger, someone that you walk past in the street. For me, that is my absolute worst nightmare, is going up to someone in the street and trying to give them something and getting that weird, like, confused look back. Sorry.
Especially while staying 2 meters apart.
Well, yeah, throw it at them with a little picker. How can you show kindness to someone? It could be someone you don't know. It could be someone you do know. It could be someone who has a house that's connected to your house that perhaps you just don't love that much and it feels uncomfortable. What can you think of to do for them this week? And I guarantee, even if you don't get a thank you, it will feel good. And you'll have the knowledge that you're being more like Jesus, which is great.
Great. Well, enjoy the rest of your morning and hopefully we'll see you soon.
Yeah. Miss you, everyone. Bye.
Well, let's take some time just to think about what James and Laura have been speaking about today. We call it ministry time, but really it's just an opportunity as we relax, focus and reflect on what God might be saying to us. Determined to give this a go outside today. It's a little bit windy, having a bad hair day, but those thoughts that James and Laura shared about being kind, very profound. So let's let's have fun with this as well. We don't need to be somber or serious when we come into God's presence. He's a playful, joyful creator, and he wants us to have an abundant life. But kindness, it's a fruit of the Holy Spirit, and it's not something we can generate ourselves, but it's something we can receive from the Holy Spirit. It's a sign of God's presence in our life. So I'm going to ask for him to just increase his presence in our life. For some of us, learn to be kind might be a challenge. Just learn to be thoughtful about others. For others, it comes naturally. But whatever it is, just want to give you this chance to receive. So let's practice and relax. Or jump about if you want. Just be in God's presence. Father God, thank you for your creation, for the wildness of your creation. And Lord, I just ask that you would teach us to be so wildly kind to people that they'd ask why. And that we'd have fun doing that, learning about your goodness. Come, Holy Spirit. Just take your time. Just receive. Thank you, Lord. Take your time throughout this day, maybe get out for a walk, whatever it is. Just think on those words. And have a read of Zacchaeus, that story. It's in Luke chapter 19. So many profound things in that story. Look forward to seeing you all soon. God bless. Bye for now.
Darkness, my God, that is who you are. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. You are here, touching every heart. I worship you, I worship you. You are here, healing every heart. I worship you, I worship you. You are here, turning lives around. I worship you, I worship you. You are here, mending every heart. I worship you, I worship you. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. 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 is who you are. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop. You never stop working. You never stop. You never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop. You never stop working. You never stop. You never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop. You never stop working. You never stop. You never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop. You never stop working. You never stop. You never stop working. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. 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 That is who you are.
In the secret, in the quiet place,
Well, good morning to you and welcome to our Sunday Derwent Valley.
Just hit stop.
I'm trying to hit.
Hi everyone,
Hello,
my name's James.
and I'm Laura.
You're gonna say it?
Hi everyone.
Hello,
Happy Sunday. My name's Laura,
I'm James.
and we have been part of Derwent Valley Vineyard now since it began. So if we don't know you yet, hello. Sorry, it's all good on video, let me tell you. So obviously we're in lockdown right now. We're like 8
I've
weeks
got a
in, I
face
think.
on, sorry. What's up, Laura?
You're a horrible person.
Ah, got that.